Hi, I am Frank and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you the world's simplest rib recipe. Before I get started, preheat your ovens to 350 degrees. Your list of ingredients is going to begin with a half a rack of ribs. For a half a rack, a quarter of a cup of sugar, a quarter of a cup of salt. If this was a full rack, you would want a cup of sugar and a cup of salt. Okay, after that, you want to get yourself a bottle of a Sweet Baby Ray's, possibly the world's best barbecue sauce, and you're going to want a brush and a fork, and last, Reynolds wrap. Next, you are going to get yourself 2 strips of Reynolds wrap that will be enough to wrap the whole rack of ribs. And you're going to take one layer and put it on top of the other one. Then I want you to fold that tin foil so that no liquid is going to leak out. Fold it like that and fold it back almost like you're making a paper airplane. Okay, now it's sealed. Then after that, you're going to want to put your ribs in the center of the tin foil, and you're going to want to take a fork and you want to stab it all over it. Just like this. Turn it over and stab it also. Okay. And now we are going to mix the salt and the sugar. Just take your hands and mix it up like that. Then we're going to gently apply the mix. Just throw it on top of there, and then gently rub it in. You're going to do that to both sides. If you want, you can stab it with the fork some more. Normally what I would do is after I put the sugar on, is I would put the ribs in the fridge overnight so that it would give it time to, so the sugar and the salt seeps in. But because we're pressed for time today, I'm just going to put it right in the oven. So you got all that on, right? A little more taste. Okay. So you want to make sure that the bottom of the ribs are facing the bottom. Now the next thing you're going to do is you want to close it up. And leave a little bit of a chimney. But don't close it all the way. And the next thing I'm going to do is pour some water. A little bit, not a lot. Okay, so just add a little bit of water, but don't drown it. Throughout the cooking process, you can always add water as needed. You don't have to put a lot in there. You put a lot in there. Okay. And that should be good enough. And notice I did not put on barbecue sauce. I'm going to put on barbecue sauce after 30 minutes. First I want the sugar and salt to seep in. So now I'm going to put it in the oven. Okay, what you want to do now is you want to put the ribs in for a half hour. And it's going to be a total of 4 half hours. And make sure that you're at 350 and put your kitchen timer on for 30 minutes. And we're going to come back in 30 minutes and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so that's the end of the first half hour. Now we're going to take out the ribs, and we're going to put some sauce in them. Okay, at this point, you don't want to add any more salt or sugar because you don't want to ruin the ribs. You want to just add barbecue sauce for the rest of the cooking period. So first I like to do it on the bottom, just so we don't smear the top. Put some sauce in there. Get your brush. It's going to need more sauce than that. Be very generous. Okay. I'm going to turn it over. And you want to be even more generous on the top part. And I don't know if you saw, but there's still plenty of water in there. So if there's still water in there, you don't have to add any more. What the water does is it's going to make the meat basically fall off the bones. It's going to be delicious. Okay. Now you want to close it back up. Make sure you got your oven mitt. We're going to put this back in for a half hour. Okay, we are at an hour now, and I'm going to take out the ribs, and we're going to do the same exact thing as last time. So I'm actually not going to show you this time. Just do the same thing, and I will see you back at an hour and a half. Okay, so we're at an hour and a half now. I already took out the ribs and put on the sauce. I'm going to close it back up. The only thing different we're going to do now is we're going to turn up the oven to 375 degrees. So we're at 2 hours now. I just took out the ribs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do one last step. You got to open up the tin foil so the ribs are totally exposed. Then we're going to turn on the broiler and we're going to stick the ribs back in until they just get a little bit burnt. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the broiler and put on the timer because I've actually forgot many times before and I burnt toast. So put it on for 5 minutes, but keep an eye on it. So it might not need 5 minutes. Okay, see you in a couple minutes. So I put the ribs under the broiler for about 4.5 minutes, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of hungry. I'm ready to dig in. Dinner is finally served. It's time to reap the fruits of my labor. Let's give this a shot and see how that tastes. It's delicious. Try this recipe. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you make some juicy, tasty ribs too. And don't forget to subscribe.